Have you ever pondered about where the energy that powers your homes, fuels your cars, and keeps industries running comes from? And more importantly, have you ever considered the consequences of our current energy consumption patterns? The world currently stands on the precipice of an energy crisis, with non-renewable energy sources such as coal, oil, and natural gas being consumed at an unprecedented rate. These resources, formed over millions of years, are being depleted faster than Mother Nature can replenish them. Consider this: over 80% of the world's energy comes from these non-renewable sources. Coal, the black gold of yesteryears, still accounts for nearly 40% of global electricity production. Oil, the lifeblood of our transportation sector, is being consumed at a rate of about 93 million barrels every single day. But here's the catch: the reserves of these non-renewable resources are finite. At the current rate of consumption, experts estimate that we will exhaust our oil reserves in less than 50 years. Our coal reserves might last a century, but at a devastating environmental cost. And speaking of environmental cost, let's not forget the carbon footprint. The burning of these fossil fuels releases vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, contributing to global warming and climate change. In fact, energy production and use contribute to 2/3 of global emissions, making it the largest single source of greenhouse gas emissions. But the effects don't stop at climate change. The extraction and use of these resources also lead to air and water pollution, habitat destruction, and health issues among local communities. So, where does this leave us? Are we doomed to a future of energy scarcity and environmental degradation? Not necessarily. The solution lies in our hands. It's time to rethink our energy consumption patterns. It's time to shift towards more sustainable and renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower. Yes, it requires investment. Yes, it requires policy changes, but most importantly, it requires a change in mindset. It requires each one of us to be more mindful of our energy consumption. So the next time you switch on a light, remember the energy that powers it. The next time you drive your car, think about the fuel that runs it. And the next time you enjoy the comfort of your heated or air-conditioned home, remember the resources that make it possible. Because every watt of energy saved is a step towards a more sustainable future. Every gallon of fuel conserved is a contribution to combating climate change. And every bit of resource preserved is a legacy for the future generations. So make a pledge today, a pledge to be more mindful of your energy consumption, a pledge to make a difference. Because the future of our planet depends on it. Remember, in the race for energy, we're not just spectators, we're participants, and it's up to us to determine the outcome. Let the legacy of our generation be one of responsibility and sustainability, because the choice, dear listener, is in your hands.